Now the Pentax K1000 is popular because it's simple, it's very reliable, it's somewhat affordable. It can cost you up to $300, but this one cost me $49 on eBay. This was a Goodwill find, Salvation Army type deal. $49 is a bargain. Now it's an excellent choice for beginners or casual photographers. Heck, if you're a budding photographer or a digital photographer and want to try 35mm film, this, for me, is one of the ways to go. It is a mechanical camera. It does take batteries and has an internal light meter, but I just use that Sunny 16 rule and my experience as a photographer to achieve those decent exposures. Now, the build quality is solid, the functions are simple, and it looks wonderful in the hand. Let's take a closer look at this one. It needs a clean, so come on the journey with me. Now, the K1000 has that beautiful Pentax K lens mount. And with this particular camera, I got a free 50mm 1.2. Now I love the build quality, but a closer look reveals that this camera needs a full clean. And I'm used to that from Goodwills and I'm used to that from thrift stores, but I might have my work cut out on this one. Now this is first thing Saturday morning, and rather than scrolling through my phone or checking emails, this is a meditative form of waking up, to clean a camera body, to load a film, to imagine taking pictures and doing a photo walk. But I set myself up right. A nice well-lit desk, a cup of tea, an old school iPod with some classic tunes. Just a way to wake up on a Saturday morning. Just a way to get myself ready for this beautiful weekend in Southern California. Assessment reveals the strap is toast. It's original, that's fine. I use Peak Design anyway, so let's cut that off and let's get this done. Now this is very simple. You simply scrub the camera, an old toothbrush, alcohol prep pads, cotton buds, rags, whatever you can to get rid of that grime. Be sure not to scratch the camera body and avoid the lens glass at all costs. But all you're trying to do is get rid of that years and decades of grime and get the camera back to its previous glory, whilst obviously at the same time checking the functionality. But trust me, once the camera's clean, they start to work pretty gosh darn well. You can see I'm using medical grade alcohol prep pads. Now these are great for just breaking up that grease and grime, that stuff that's just stuck on and has been there for years. Alcohol seems to do a great job of just dissipating and getting rid of the stuff which scrubbing otherwise doesn't do. Now I like to use cotton buds, you know, those little white tipped things that get into those hard to reach places, and there are hard to reach places in these camera bodies. Just understand that you need a non-linting kind, the kind that doesn't shed those horrible little cotton threads, but they really do help to break up the grime in the hard to reach places. Now the lens you can remove and clean, and be careful not to scratch that glass. Use a lens cloth to do this. This 1.2 Pentax K mount is fast, clear, with beautiful vintage vibes, and I just love it. Now you can see me using the blower to remove the dust from inside the camera. I'm not going to reach in there with anything. I'm just going to blow that dust off the mirror and check the mirror for smudges. If it doesn't need touching, I'm not going to touch it. Now I like to add accessories to my camera bodies. These shutter release buttons are inexpensive and absolutely awesome. Just makes a little personal touch look great on the camera. I use a Peak Design strap when I can, and these anchors just ensure that I won't drop my camera when I'm fussing, and if someone wants to try to snatch the camera, pretty difficult with these beautiful Peak Design hubs. They're inexpensive. The camera now looks individual, and I love the way that it vibes. My favorite part of the process. I get to load a first roll of film into my new camera body. And in this case, some self-rolled Kentmere 400. Inexpensive, super grainy, black and white. Let's go. That took me 10 minutes on my Saturday morning to clean and prepare a Pentax K1000, to ready myself for a photo walk, and to get my body and mind ready for a beautiful, sunny, winter, Southern California day. Now check out some images that I achieved with previous Pentax cameras, the K1000, the ME Super, the beautiful program. All these images make me happy, and all these images inspire me to shoot more. I'll see you guys on the next one.